I mentioned in a previous video about something that I had been doing, and I think I neglected to share that with you all. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. I'm EdieAnne, if you don't know that already, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for coming. I appreciate you very much. I would say, well, if we're gonna go way back, I have a lot of public speaking. I did drama. I've done, like, in the corporate world, back in the day, I had done some phone systems. So, like, when you call up, it's press 1 for blah, 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 press 2 for blah, 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 blah. And I also did some of their corporate commercials. And so there's been some of that in my blood. And if you don't know, I was also the female vocalist of the year, country vocalist of the year in 2005 for the state of New Hampshire. So I have a lot of voice and singing and just, I have a lot of voice talent, I guess. I'm a voice artist, if they want to get technical. And then back in 21, after I closed our restaurant, sorry for the bumps, after we closed our restaurant, I was trying to figure out different things that I could do in that space, and I ended up turning it into my office, and thought, what better way than to go down the road of being a voiceover artist, because I had done it, I had some experience, and I thought maybe that was something that I would really enjoy doing. So I got all the equipment, all the soundproofing stuff. It's not really soundproofing, it's sound deadening. The microphone, the adapters, I got everything. And tried to do my very first voiceover and realized that that space was not soundproof. Even with my sound deadening stuff, I couldn't, like, we have 18-wheeler logging trucks that go by, we've got plows, and we've got big trucks, and then when they come up for snowmobiling, they've got their trailers, and they just make all kinds of ruckus on the road, and the office is pretty close. Like, I'd say maybe about 30 feet back. Whatever the regulations were, we had that amount, maybe 50 feet back from the road. So there wasn't a lot that I could do to quiet the space without trying to somehow spend a ton of money making it soundproof, which I didn't think that was possible. So I put everything aside, and here's something that I find funny, is that when I do projects, I get all the stuff, I get involved. If I don't like it, I will literally sell off everything that I have, equipment-wise or material-wise or whatever. I just get rid of it. Well, this, I didn't. I kind of put it aside, never really even thought about that scenario either, that I usually get rid of it. Just put it aside and was like, you know what, it's just, I can't make it work. I can't make it work right now, and that's what it is. So about 3 months ago, after my spine surgery, I was looking for things to help supplement a little bit in our home, and along with my business, something that was going to be cohesive but not competitive, not going to, land me into compliance issues with my fragrance business. And so as I was looking, I'm going to share the whole story. So if you don't want long stories, then you might as well move on at this point. But I went down the road of being a remote pharmacy technician. Now, something in my life that I've done, and I am a jack of all trades, if you want to call it that, because I have done many different jobs in my life, experienced many different things, and I love that. I love that about me. And so I thought, you know what? I have my pharmacy tech license, maybe, or my certification for Maine. Maybe I will try to get my license for my national license so that I can do remote pharmacy tech. So I started going down that road. I'm studying, I'm struggling. I'm older now. This doesn't work as good as it used to. I was struggling a lot with the studying, prepping for the test. And one day I was sitting in my living room, and of course, remember, I just had spine surgery, so I hadn't been very mobile. I'm sitting there and I'm like, Edie, you don't even like the pharmaceutical industry. Like, I just feel there's a lot involved there, and I'm not going to get into it, but I was like, why are you even considering this? And you're struggling, so, like, why does it have to be this? So anyway, that was the morning I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing this. This isn't giving me joy. I'm not finding peace doing this. I'm not doing it. So then all of a sudden I get an email, and this is from back when I had looked into it back in 21. I get an email of an invite to apply for a voiceover job. And I'm like, let's look into that, shall we? So I click on it. Of course, I'm not ready to do any auditioning at that point. Matter of fact, everything was at the office, so I would have had to go and get all of it. Anyway, put the bug in my ear, it put the bug in my head, and now I am full-fledged into it, long story short. And so I am currently a voiceover artist. I went and got all my stuff. It's at the house. I got myself a nice space in a closet in the basement. There is I think it's minus 23 decibels, so she's super quiet down there. The only time that I have an issue is when the furnace kicks on, so I just have to be mindful of that. And so I am now currently doing an audiobook, so that's fun. And I am auditioning like it's my full-time job. So I have auditions out there on the Audible platform, and also looking at doing commercials, because I have a voice for commercials. I actually do, and I know that. I've actually had some voice coaches recently tell me that as well. I do have a voice coach. She's amazing. Love her. Currently working on a reel. So a reel is when you have multiple different types of voices or voice acting or voice-overs that you mesh into one reel that you can give to potential projects so that they can see what you can do. So you might have an audiobook on there, you might have a commercial, you might have a children's book, you might have a phone system thing, you know, whatever it is that you're able to do and you have samples for or demos for, you're going to reel it all into one thing. So I'm working on that right now. I'm struggling a little bit only because of the technology side of it, and I want it to be good. So I may be reaching out to, I think my coach might be able to do that for me too. So I don't know. We'll have to look into that a little bit more. But that's where I'm at right now. So if you are a business, here comes the plug, and you need a voiceover artist, pick me. Look, and I've been doing these videos for 17 plus years now. So the speaking aspect or the conversational speaking is all part of my repertoire. I will tell you that I'm not that great at accents. We're working on that. So the actor part of me is, the book that I'm doing right now is a self-help book. So I'm pretty excited about that. There's not a lot of conversations happening or voices that I'm needing to do or, you know, anything like that. So it's perfect. Right? And you match yourself with what you're good at. Match yourself with what you're good at. That's what I say. And so if you need somebody, please hit me up. And I do have a website. So if you're interested in getting my website, but if you are interested, then let me know and I'll get you my website address. Okay? All right. Y'all have yourselves a massively good day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.